Hi, so I am back with another video, and in this video I'm going to unbox and review the Timex. So basically the Timex is actually origin of I would say Netherlands, or in other words you can say Holland. Yes, so basically they are, you cannot say the expensive in the expensive category of the watches, so they are just like affordable to a normal user. And I would say few good things about that and few bad things. As you can see here, is from the Netherlands, so it's the original Timex Indiglo 30 meter depth. So basically it comes with 30, 50 and 100 meter depth versions. So basically this is from the 30 meter, and it is not so good for, you can say, the wrists that are a bit bigger. I would say this is good for a tiny or a normal, like small wrist people. Yeah, so if you are preferring G-Shock or those kind of Protect kind of watches, then the Timex, this at least version, is not for you. So let's start then. Let's unbox it and see what is there. So I would say let's open it up to see, and basically we have here the Timex watch. So it looks pretty good. The finish is quite nice. You will not see like kind of, for for the cheap watches, bruising on the dial itself. So basically that is good. Let's take it out, and here you can see the model also, along with the tag for the Timex. And then you have the booklet here. Of course you don't need to open the booklet. That's not much, you can say, difficult to do what to this to actually adjust the time with this watch, because basically what you can do is to just adjust the time, and there is a light functionality. That is why there is Indiglo. So Indiglo version came actually that in the analog watches, this was the first time I saw, and this was the first time introduced by the Timex Indiglo versions, that there is light in the dial. So basically, then after that comes the watches that are with digital also. As you can see, if you see my last video of the Casio, then there was digital plus analog, so hybrid watch. So in that versions there are of course light, or there is only the glowing digits or the needles. But in this Indiglo, you can see that the whole dial will lit up, and I will try to show you as much possible. So let's take it out to see the details of the watch. Okay, so I'll make it near. So as you can see, the quality is pretty nice. You cannot say like it's kind of, cheap brand or cheap version of the watch. So basically it's quite good. And the good thing is, if you see here, the second needle is pretty aligned with the dots, the second dots here. So basically that I saw in the budget watches, there it happens actually very rare, that it is really aligned with the second, the dots of the seconds. And one, of course, good thing is that it's a kind of retro or classic style. So as you can see, the back is the white along with the digits. So if you see these kind of watches, the new watches, they are mostly not with the dial, with the actually digits here written. They are with the lines, or most of them are even not with anything. So let me show you just the other version which I'm talking about. So if you see here, there is this kind of lines, and this also contains the lights along with the minutes written here, 40, 50, 55, like that. But some watches are only with the 3, 6, 9, 12, and some are without even at all anything. So basically that is good about the retro Timex watch. So basically very easy to read. Actually, of course, it takes milliseconds to say, okay, it's 2:35, but you can say that in this you don't have to, even look for millisecond, like what time is it. It's like at 2 is written clearly here. So basically, if you see the back, then there is written Timex, and the model of the battery is written. That's a good thing. 30-meter depth, water resistance, stainless steel bags, and of course the website itself. So basically it's pretty good for this kind of budget. It is mostly actually you can buy online in 50 euros. So if you convert into PKR, it is almost, I can say, I would say 10 or 11,000 rupees, Pakistani rupees. And of course, if you convert to Indian rupees, then you can say 5,000 or something like that. So it's like, yes, it comes in the budget category, but not so cheap also. And then here you can see the dot that tells you if you want to open it up, there is a kind of, here you can put some, you can say tool like knife or something. You can just press it up to open and change. And then there is a battery model right here. And if you see the leather, so it is genuine leather upper. So I don't know what it means by upper, is the only this upper part is of leather or what, but that doesn't matter. In this price I would say it's pretty nice. And then there is functionality of the light or the backlight. So I will just try to turn off the light for some time and I will try to show you. And of course the black needles on the white background is pretty nice for the classic watch or the watch to actually to see the time, mostly for the elder people or something like that. So just let me show you the light functionality of this watch. Okay, as you can see now the light is off. Of course it's not that dark, but still in this case you will see the difference. So in most of the watches, as normally you put this turn, you actually pull this knob out and then you can set the time. But in this case, of course you can do that, but in other case if you press it, instead of pulling, you press this knob or the button, then you will see that the light comes up. And this is kind of not led, it's kind of the I don't know, iridium, or of course they should not use iridium, but kind of material that actually absorbs the light. And you can say this kind of, and it gives you, so basically what you can think is that it's a light. So it's very easy to for you to watch time in the dark because of the white background, and then the light and the black needles and black digits make it even better. So this is the best thing about the Timex Indiglo watches. And now I would say that I already talked about the good things. Let's go to the bad part of the Timex watches. Okay, so in the bad things, if I would say, then first of all is that in this model, basically this model, it is actually for men. But if you compare it with the men models for men, then it's a bit smaller. I would say, okay, men with the with very thin wrists can use it, but it more looks like a woman kind of watch. So basically, if I compare, let me grab the other watch and see. Now you can see the difference. This one is really a men's watch model, and you can see that there is difference. Of course, yeah, with the thin wrist you can wear it, but I would not say it's for men. So that is the one bad thing about this watch. And second bad thing is that it's really loud. So I will try to be silent for some time and you will hear the sound. So let me just get it near. So yes, basically, if you want to sleep in a silent room, then you most probably have to put this watch in some kind of drawer or some box so that the sound does not come out. So yes, that is the second bad thing about it. So I would say yes, except two bad things. If you can bear that, then I think this is pretty nice watch, kind of retro classic style, but really nice to read the time, and finish is really good for this kind of watch, and the brand is also not bad. So I would say yes, I would recommend that for people with thin wrists, that this watch is really a thing for you to have, like maybe as a, if you're a collector, then maybe this model you would like it. So yes, that's all about this watch. If you have any question about the other videos or other model of watches or the phones that I'm reviewing, because most of the time I actually request that from where we can get or buy this watch or telephone, because normally you cannot just go to amazon.com and buy those things. Of course this watch you can definitely buy on Amazon. I will put the link in the description. But for the old phones or something, so mostly what I'm doing is you can go to ebay.com. That is the expensive version if you want to buy the used phones, the old classic phones. But on the other hand, the cheaper option is to go to aliexpress.com, and there you can easily get it. So yes, if you have any questions still, kindly let me know. Don't hesitate at all, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And of course, if you have any things to say, the positive or the negative things, no worry about that. You can just write it in the comments. And thank you.